Hi guys, it's Jason here with you guys for another video. It's rival week as Oregon travels up to Huskies Stadium in Seattle to play the Washington Huskies on Saturday nights. It's a late kickoff, 7 p.m. on Fox Sports 1. 7 o'clock on Fox Sports 1 on Saturday. It is the top-ranked Huskies and the unranked Oregon Ducks. Oregon coming off of a victory last week, so it's Washington. Washington hasn't given up. They have given up 23 last week to the Bruins, only 13 to ASU in the only loss. And outside of that, the defense for Washington is pretty good. It is really good. They're only giving up 12 points per game, as Oregon giving up 29.2 points per game on the season. Washington's offense 38 points per game, and Brownie having another successful season. 1,700 yards, 14 touchdowns, full pitch. Gaston, we all know about him. 800 yards on the season, 9 touchdowns for Gaston, and the All-American punt returner and wide receiver Dante Pettis. He has 494 yards and 6 touchdowns. He has about 3 or 4 in the punt returns and the kickoff returns. So, for Snyder and Adam Stacks, do not kick it to Pettis. Do not kick it. He could change the game in the hiccup. So, Oregon finally got the offense together with Bill Meister at quarterback. They got 41 points. They've had 31 points in the previous 3 ball games, which are losses. But word out of Oregon, I expect Justin Herbert to be back first game after getting hurt late first quarter against California. I think that's going to be a big difference for Oregon's offense. Now you have a deep pass in the game to keep Washington's defense honest. It's not going to be the be-all, bin-all. With Herbert, this would be his first game back. He's going to be rusty. The reason that I said that Herbert's going to be back is that Herbert is taking first team reps. He did practice the Utah week, but he didn't get any first team reps. He didn't do any contact drills last week. He is doing the contact drills this week. The quarterback can get hit, but the only contact that they do is the fumble machine. I always call it the fumble machine, where it hits the ball trying to pop it out. Herbert didn't do that this week, but we'll see how if any impact. Last year, a year ago, versus Washington, Herbert made his first career start. That has been said a lot around practice in Eugene that the 70-21 is very on everybody's mind, especially the defense. I know Washington, they're going to get their points, but one big thing playing Washington is you can't miss tackles. You can't miss tackles. You got to be defensively sound. And if we are like that, and we make Washington be one-dimensional on the third down, being long, third and long, on third down, Oregon should have success. for Oregon's offense, you want to be in the third undershot, especially being on the road. If Oregon couldn't do that, and it scored touchdowns in the red zone. Oregon has won 12 out of the last 13 meetings. The only loss was last year. Before that, Oregon's won this matchup 12 years in a row. Washington's a very good team, but I believe they're not as good on offense that they were the previous year. They only had 7 at halftime against Oregon State. They struggled at Arizona State. I know them being at home, that's gonna have a lot to do with Washington's success. Line was at 26. It's down to 17.5. But I believe that Oregon could keep it close. But I think too much Huskies, sorry to say, but too much Washington at the end. It won't be a 70-21 game. I think it's going to be close at halftime. But if I had to predict, I would say 38-21 Washington gets victory. But as an Oregon fan, and that 38-21, that's what I would say if somebody's betting one. I think Washington covers. But as an Oregon delusional fan in me, I say Oregon gets the job done. I think Oregon wins 24-17. But we could all hope and wish. Oregon only needs one win. Washington needs to win to keep hold of Stanford and Washington State, teams that they both play in the final weeks of the Pac-12 schedule. Should it be a fun game? 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, Husky Stadium, Fox Sports 1. And it should be a fun weekend in the college football. We have an all-time high of 7 ranked versus ranked opponents. The games will be LSU, Alabama, Oklahoma State, Iowa State and West Virginia, I believe, Washington State and Stanford, Miami and Virginia Tech, Penn State, Michigan State, and that should be all of them. I might be missing 1 or 2 more, but there's a lot of ranked versus ranked games. But Oregon should, all I'm looking for is Oregon to compete. If Oregon competes, I'll be happy. And one more thing before I go, I know Rudy Tiger's lined with the Florida job, and I know coaches in the past has said, hey, I'm staying, but they go. But I really believe Rudy Tiger builds programs, okay? And he wants to build in Oregon, okay? I truly believe that Rudy Tiger is committed and wanna. And I know there's people out there saying, oh, but Chip Kelly left. And then Chip Kelly said this. Chip Kelly said that. Yeah, he left for the Eagles. And that shouldn't have been a surprise that he did. Because the year prior to him leaving to the Eagles, he almost left for Tampa Bay. After we won the Rose Bowl that year. When I say almost left to Tampa Bay, I spoke with somebody. It was a done deal. It was a done deal that Chip Kelly was out to Tampa Bay. Okay? But he didn't and stayed for 1 more year. Marcus's first year, then he left. So that whole Chip Kelly, that's the story on that. But back to this game. Should it be a fun game? Pac-12 after dark. Anything could happen. My name's Jason. This has been the Humpy Report. Try to stay dry out there and go Ducks.